good, isn't it? I'll tell you. Is anybody out there? I'm just kind of, what? Is it just me? I mean, I can invite somebody here, right? Hide the broadcast? Wait, what does it say? Okay, wait. Mute the microphone. Invite people. Good. Let's see, who will we invite now? Add name, send name, see. To your circles, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. See if they'll come on there. Gonna stop this. This is pretty good color here. I'm on here. I can't believe it. This is Google. Google's pretty decent. Oh, and I think if anybody's out there, they can just pop in any old time. We'll figure it out. Maybe we can like give us a disguise or something now. I like that. While we're waiting. Let's see, Google Effects. That's what I like, the Google Effects. Open, is that Google Effects? There you go. And then you put something on yourself. No, not that. I don't want that. Something a little softer. A little softer, maybe. Something a little softer like that. That's really strange. Oh, you've seen Stranger Things, haven't you? Yeah, fucking. Hey, I've been. Hey, wait. I gotta see something here. Where are we? Now, how are we gonna put the background? Maybe something like this. Maybe. It's a lot better. Friggin', I like that soft touch here. I think. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's another background I could do. How about the eyewear? We could probably do this. Now that's cute. I don't know. They have to be a little bit outrageous, wouldn't you? Hey. No, that's always good. Alright, let's see. So let's see, is there anybody in there looking? No viewers. Come on. Do some viewing. What the heck are you trying to do? Gotta view this thing here. Okay, band usage. Limit bandwidth. That's settings, maybe. Oh boy, we can see ourselves here. Default, yes, I think that's good. See? Well, that's some good color you got there, I think. Alright, now let me see, what can I do here? The background, I gotta get into the background here. Wait. I could do this, or I could, oh, that's taking it off. No, God. Tell you what, adjust your background. Auto adjust. I think auto, maybe. Hey, what we got here? Let's say we could do something like this. Be kind of nice. Yeah, that's plenty nice. I think yes. What would the world be like if we didn't have the internet now? Just imagine that. I know I don't want to bring up any negative subjects, but what if we didn't have this? what if we were like confined to what, you know, like was programmed in for us, and it charged us a lot more money? I mean, God, the internet is part of the life, you know, and if they're trying to, you know, these providers are trying to kick us off, and only those that can really pay you know, we need an outlet. It's not easy in this society to go out and meet friends, especially up here in New England. For me, anyways. I don't. Maybe there's people up here that can meet friends, but I don't know. I'm not like one of them. It's like, hey, so well, I thought, So I thought that maybe I'd bring up this subject that we should really, you know, like, and what is this thing about, like, they're fighting this net neutrality, and that means that, hey, if we lost its net neutrality, then see, some of our favorite sites would get real slow, and only those that can pay can use these. So it's just warning you, you know. God, I don't know if this is the place to warn you, because I don't see anybody stopping by. Launch at a. Especially if they see me dressed like this. I mean, then they think, yeah, this guy's weird. We don't want to do anything with him. What? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want me to friggin' do? Want me to put something else on? How about something like this? Like, would that be better? You know, a party hat, you know, trying to warn you about gloom and doom and stuff like that. Maybe it'd be good for you. Maybe you'd freaking like it. Maybe you don't like all this creativity and people doing crazy stuff like this on the internet. You think this is silliness? No, it can't be. All this stuff is so silly, you know. Well, do something with it, you know. Hey, get in on the silliness. I mean, I think that's the thing they would have done in the 70s. Get in on the silliness. Yeah, jump in there, jump in there. Don't be so shy like a freaking bunch of Southern gospel listeners. Call them up. You know, ask them a simple question out of the Bible. Hey, who said that? Was it Jesus or somebody else? And they don't know. Oh, God, I thought she was reading that Bible. So I just thought I'd ask you a question and ask who knew who it was, and then you could win an album. But it didn't work that way. Person didn't know who it was. Yeah. So I wasn't worried too much. Yeah, well, I could take these glasses off, see what that'll look a lot different here. Look at me. It's kind of a little fuzzy, but well, what are you gonna do? It's a little tired, you know. I mean, I noticed those glasses that they change. You know, they get dark out when you're out in the sun, but when you're driving, they don't get dark when you're sitting in the car. Now that's kind of odd. So it's like then you'd have to put some little clip-ons on, you know, when you're in the car. But so then when you get outside, it gets real dark, and then you look like you know, some DJ or something like that I would know. So, well, it's just me here. What the heck do you people think you're doing here? It's only a Wednesday night. Wednesday night is when you had Prince Spaghetti. I'll tell you. That was Prince Spaghetti Day. That was back in the friggin' early 60s, I think it was, somewhere in there. Wednesday, it's Prince Spaghetti Day. And then on Friday, you ate fish because the priest said you're supposed to do it. So that's why you ate that fish. Well, now you can eat meat and stuff like that if you know what, hey, where the meat is. So I'll tell you here. Let's see if we can get a hold of our friend Cheryl tonight. See what the heck she's up to here. Boy, she probably have a lot to say, I'll tell you. He always does seem to have quite a bit to say. I'll tell you here. Oh, what will we do without a smartphone? Now, you just think there, if you didn't have a smartphone, just imagine that one day, and see what it would be like. See how frickin' bored you'd be. God, especially you grow up with a smartphone and all this technology and stuff like that. You'd be friggin' so bored that it would be like, whoa, what the hell? There it is. It's automatic. Oh, wow, here we are. So, let's see. Who are we going to call here? We're making a call tonight to... We got to talk to little Miss College Girl. Let's see. You know, that would be a New England thing. A full moon out, and it's cloudy. You know. Hello. Good. It's a full moon, and it's cloudy. Typical New England. That's what it is. And I'm on a hangout now. I'm live on a freaking hangout. See if I can attract any listeners to watch this program. I don't understand this Google Hangout stuff. You're supposed to invite them, but I don't know. Well, see, little whiskey doesn't hurt you. Just a little. Old crow. Frickin'. And you'll be crowing after a few old crows, I'll tell you. You sip this stuff. Like the southern people do. They sip that Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. They don't throw it back in a shot like they do up here in Yankee country. Yeah. Yeah, I was down there in the South. That's where I was introduced to Southern gospel music. They said, well, go give out some tickets to these people who are in here. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the music wouldn't be so bad, see, but it's them preachers that start getting under your skin, you know. And I think there's a lot of Southern gospel people don't really like preachers, but they like to hear something about the sweet by and by and the pie in the sky. See, but they don't freaking yay. You know, there's a lot of those rebels out there. Yeah. But when it comes to going and assembling in the church, they don't like that. The preacher's always asking for money, you know, and then, you know, that's like, so what do you need that? I mean, it's just, he's like a politician. They're always freaking asking for money. Money. Come on. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Get a blood out of a rock? You know, you keep asking for money. All of a sudden, it'll be a rock. There'll be no money. See? Yep. That's it. No money. See, you know, because there'll be no jobs, there'll be no money. in this country to buy the merchandise of the manufacturer that took the job and went to somewhere else. It's a scary time. I don't know. I freaking wonder about that. I don't know. Yeah, Rubio. I kind of wondered why I just don't like Republicans anymore, and because I was in the service, being in the service for 8 years, you tend to vote Republican because they keep you in jobs. You know, they keep you in a war just so you can get jobs, and then you can watch that. See, that's why. That's why they like war, because they raise up a child in a way he shall go. Then which way like in Kansas. In Kansas they're like want a bill where they can like whack their children till it raises welts. Now what's that gonna do? Just gonna cause a more violent society like we have now. All we know how to deal with things is violence because we've been dealt with violently instead of peacefully. See? So see, you don't really have to worry about, I mean, there are some elements of good, Christ-centered people around there, but then a lot of it's an antichrist type of system, and that's the frickin' the system of violence. See, it's carrying on. See, because you're drawn in. People for some mysterious reason want to know what's within this black book that says holy. See, and so it's spelled HOLY, which it really should be spelled HOLEY, like holy socks. See, because it's difficult to put this thing together because it's put together in such a haphazard kind of way that you don't know exactly what it's saying, and then you hand it to people that have little or no education, and they start reading this thing, and they're like get all kinds of strange, crazy ideas out of it. See, and so what have you accomplished in society by doing this? And most people will just read it on a fairly literal level and never go any further, and then they'll join the far right and stuff. Yes, that's what it is. Some people should not ever be allowed to ever carry a Bible ever again. They should be banned from it, because of the damage they could cause. You figure them people out. I swear, they ought to frickin' ban that thing. Well, not everybody, but a lot of. There's a few out there. You know who you are, and you should never be allowed to ever see one of those things again, ever. You should be locked up like Bernie Madoff in a penitentiary, in a cushy little penitentiary, with no Gideon Bible in the drawer, because you can't handle it. Well, you know who you are, so say. But hey, I think really one thing is that Jesus hung around with publicans and sinners for a reason. The reason is they're smarter than the average. They're religious. uh, people, the ones with the clerics. Now, there's some that are smart, but you know, but publicans and sinners are basically, you know, far and away more intelligent than preachers. So if you're a preacher, go get your ass a job. And you know, because the only reason you're a preacher is because you're afraid to work. That's what it is. See? You know, so it says if you don't work, you don't eat. So these preachers shouldn't be eating. See? I'm really popular with preachers now. I sound like I could be a freaking modern day Gene Scott. Really. So preachers all day. I think they ought to get their asses out there and get to work. You know, quit that frickin' welfare and extorting money off of your parishioners. There was a preacher out in Indiana that was fairly decent because he would never take a salary from the church because he lived off of retirement. And I think, heck, he was better than most preachers. You know, he didn't mooch off the frickin' people. The church mooched off the people. Because what's that do? You know, you talk about that frickin' tithing stuff like that. It says, you know, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that I may have meat in mine house, and I will saith the Lord, and I will open the windows of heaven that you will not have, or something like that, whatever it is. But it gets you, you know, or I will rebuke the devourer for your sake, and he won't touch your land, and he won't touch your possessions and stuff like that. And it's like, it sounds like a freaking insurance policy by the insurance company scam, doesn't it? So you bring your money in, you know, and then they guarantee that God will not freaking, you know, destroy your land. You know, it sounds like something, you know, I mean, somebody drummed up in the insurance capital of the world, which is right here where I'm sitting. Yeah, that's right. These people, there's something funny about this state here. What? No, no, I'm down here, you know, I'm in the county. I live in the county. I'm living in the county. I think I'm going to change I'll tell you, I'm going to change my little, yeah. Okay, what the heck are they? Oh, here we go, out here. Yeah, we're in Hartford County. It's a weird county, but I'll tell you, it's always been weird. I think if you get south of Connecticut, south in the southern part of Connecticut, you kind of seems to loosen up a little bit. You know, people seem to loosen up a little, but they always have to maintain that sense of like that stickiness of Connecticut. I mean, you know, you can't get too loose here. Forget it. We don't want to be like California. God, we want to maintain our dignity here in the state of Connecticut, I'll tell you. Well, mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. What is this? I think he is. Really, I've been thinking if you get any bad press about Obama, it comes out of the right wing. Uh, the chimpanzee, yeah. Yeah, I used to cross that thing go down to Pennsylvania. I like that Pennsylvania down there. It's a nice place. Yes, sir, baby. Let's see here, where are we? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Connecticut's off by itself somewhere. See, they're off by themselves. Yeah, they're weird, you know. Hmm. Well, actually, there's just nobody out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, I'd say that, sir. Why? What is that? Your writing is the classes. The classes are over, right? Oh. Huh. Nice. Wow. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah. If a doctor was a true doctor, he would say, I'm going to help people, and the hell with the insurance companies and shit. Just freaking do it. They make enough money, they can, like, why don't they just, like, what? Yeah, right. Ah. Yeah, city hospitals, yeah. It's like a county hospital. Yeah. You'd think people just like, oh, I feel so much better like that. Oh, God. Well, if you want to come over, it's the bar's open. Yeah, the bar's open here. Frickin' God, I love this. I don't know. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, you know what I think it is? The priest, the Pope is freaking paying for these Mexicans to come up here. Yeah. Come up with them. Well, I think their God's probably dead. Their God's probably dead. But, yeah, so I don't know. See, the thing is that the old religious order is coming to an end. The old order is coming to an end. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah. And Christianity is really afraid of them. Trouble is, as long as they don't bring the Sharia law along with them. So, like, but then you bring you unite the Sharia law in with the Bible law, and then we'd really have a hell of a problem here. I think that religion has to be separated. I think that that Scalia and Clarence Thomas, those two Supreme Court justices, need to retire because they're freaking getting kind of loony. So he's a freaking product of the religious right. Yeah, well, both, one was put in by Reagan and one was put in by Bush. I almost wonder the lady that was there two that Obama appointed? I think they were the dissenting votes. Because I think Obama put some people in there that was halfway decent that would change things. I hope he gets to change more. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Hmm. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Roberts, isn't he Roberts? The Supreme Court Justice? Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. He's in a he's a corporate attorney for Monsanto. Yeah. And supposedly the chief of the FDA is another former Monsanto employee. The FDA. I don't like the freaking FDA. I think they're freaking sleazy. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like anything that has anything to do with pharmaceutical drugs. And the FDA is too freaking sleazy. They ought to be straightened out. Because you don't freaking advertise prescription drugs, on TV during the news. Well, if you think you need this drug, ask your doctor. I mean, the doctor should, know what he's freaking doing. He shouldn't have to ask like answer these questions. Well, advertising prescription drugs on TV, that's freaking crazy. Especially stuff. Well, are you in good enough health for to have sex? I mean, sex is health. I mean, heck, you know, if you if you had a heart attack and died in the middle of an orgasm, that would like be freaking entering into heaven. So I mean, who would you? Why would you freaking care if your like body is like, like, are you healthy enough for sexual stimulation? Well, you gotta know that. Freaking probably everybody is. They just don't freaking know it. I don't know. It's freaking weird. And you know what? Some of these, if you have a freaking orgasm for more than 4 hours, then you call 911. Well, I think you'll be calling 911 way before that 4 hours is up. In the first hour, you'll wonder, oh, what the heck is this all about? These fuckers are crazy. Ish. Here we go. I love it. Christy, God. These are frickin' sleaze. Just like most Republicans. That's the trouble with government in America. They don't even have the people's concern at heart. They don't give a shit about the people. Just feed them bullshit, freaking and keep them in the dark. I think some people have got to be waking up. I mean, heck, it's been like what, 2000. Bush got in, and then it's been like what, 12 years? No, 12, 13, 14 years since Bush did his damage with, because he ushered in this. I know he ushered in this free trade. He had to, because only a Bush could fuck things up, could do something like that. Something so fucked up to the country that only a Bush could do that. Nobody could dream up anything so fucked up as a Bush. And it's been like 14 years now since this free trade was it's been longer than that. It's been 18 years since free trade was put in. Or something like that. I know 96, because I quit smoking in 96. But they did it. They had to take a Bush. I think in 2000 it started kicking in. And so Bush had to have a war, so he could really fuck things up, along with this free trade. And nothing's been done, hardly. People still out of work. I think they asked Mr. Senator, former Senator Dodd. I'd like to ask him what how much influence he had in the Fannie and Freddie scandal. See, why did he let it happen? What the heck? Now he's in the movies, boy. Politics to the movies. I wonder about him now. Some of these senators that write on their dad's name, because certainly Tom Dodd had to be more in tune than Prescott Bush. Prescott Bush, I don't know, that guy. He, former senator. We never really studied the Bush family and Senator Prescott Bush to see what exactly he did do for Connecticut, but I'm sure you can find it. Because he's supposed to have helped out the Nazis, helping out Hitler and stuff with his band. He was a Republican. I remember Nelson Rockefeller. He was a Republican. No. Yeah, and I remember him marrying his wife, Happy Rockefeller. Nelson, yeah. Huh. Yeah. See, look. So I guess the Rockefeller people, like, what's his name? They didn't like John D. Rockefeller. They didn't like competition. So see, they like knocked out all the competition, and you can see that today in our corporate system. Dog eat dog. It's like democracy is like only the strong survive. That whole freaking thing, only the strong survive. You know, in business and anything, it's like, yeah. No, America doesn't like weakness. For some goddamn reason, shit. If you can't make money in America, then we ain't giving you any either. Cause we'll cut your freaking. I don't like that. I think I think that kind of thing like drives some poor people to look for a higher power, and then they create this higher power for them. Oh, so they can worship this higher power, which was actually created by the people that have the influence and the elite and the influence and the power. They're the ones that create this Father God type syndrome, so that people can worship this thing. So then they think that this thing is going to bless them. I kind of hope that it's a nice scenario here, and I hope there is something like this because it's like I don't know. Actually, I think when the people start to wake up and find out what they've been what they've been creating for the elite by their thoughts and actions, I hope they kind of wake up. See, that's the whole thing. What people, they say only this creator God can create, but actually, I think that the people are actually able to create. We are all kind of able to create something by our thoughts and our actions. It's a far-fetched phenomenon, but it's not so far-fetched. See, because like people are able to create their own type of destiny, their own by their thoughts and their actions, and the only thing that religion does, it kind of hinders that. It points you. Religion points you in the it points you in the direction that of a God that's over you, like of a sky god, like Gore Vidal would say. That the Christians, the Islamics, the Jews. Oh, I don't know the Jews. I'm not familiar with them. I'm not going to bring them in. But they see they do. The Christians and the Islam, they believe in us worshiping a sky god. And I think Vidal was exactly right in that hey, the sky gods are the ones. They are the hindrance. They point you in the direction of a sky, someone over you, when actually this is within you. Like Jesus would say, it's within you. And so you have to learn how to use it to create for you Eden and a good because everything's right here in the present actually. I mean, but the Christian will point you always to the future, and then some will maybe point you to the past, but it's all right here. The past is not so bad if you really have to know history and stuff. That's a good thing to know, because if your history is muddled and you don't know where you came from, you can be repeating this thing over and over and over again and not know how to get out of this circle of chaos. You have those who, I think there's a quote by somebody that said that those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. And I think that's true because, if you don't know your history, you're going to keep being led in circles in your culture. You see? And so, you won't know where you are. They'll be the Christians will be telling you, well, look for Jesus in the sky. He's coming. That's your hope. That's your hope. That's what you. Yeah, maybe crumbs down here, but it's gonna be pie up there. And then that's wrong too. That's crazy. Because it's all right here. People are looking for this rapture. The Christians are looking for this rapture that they will be taken out of and meet Jesus in the air and stuff like that. And I think they're looking for a false hope because they're not going anywhere. They're staying right here with us. See? And they're going to have to learn to come to terms and see that gay people are not so bad. They're pretty friggin' fun people to be around, if they get to know him. But the church doesn't allow you to get to know that these people are actually human. They just tell you, oh, the gay people have a demon. You have to stay away from them. They'll get your kids and stuff like that. And actually, that's not the case. You know what the actual agenda is? It's a Christian agenda to Christianize the world and bring us under Sharia Bible law. It's the whole freaking thing. What? Yeah. It's not true. It's not even true. It's not. It's Christian. It's not true Christianity. It's not what, you know, the figure Jesus would say. If he's a figure, he could be a figure and telling us some wisdom and stuff. You know, because he said it was within people. He told you, and he says to Christians that the Spirit would be within you. It was with you, but it should be within you. And I'll tell you one thing, that frickin' malarkey of the frickin' Trinity is a bunch of hocus pocus. That shit, man. Telling you that frickin' that the Holy Ghost is a person. Get out of here. You guys are frickin' nuts. No way. It's not. Yeah. And frickin' hell is frickin', that's, you know, that had to come right out of Dante's Inferno. Or something like that. I don't know. It's hard telling. Dante. Karl Rove will tell you about hell. Hell is Hillary as president for Karl Rove. God. Wonder what this Hangout says here. I'm broadcasting online here, but it's only like me here. There's no viewer. It's like, what? Is this too weird for you? Oh. Well, I think I might stop this and see what it's at. I'm interested. I don't understand Google. I really have no idea what Google Hangout is.